Inkululeko, Comrade Deputy President, Comrade National Chairperson, members of the National Executive Council, esteemed guests, members of the PAC, supporters, and members of the media. Today, 38 years ago, the PAC founding president Mangaliso Robert Sobukwe passed on. Prof, as he was popularly known, was an exemplary leader. He lived his message and his oath. Through his actions, and not just rhetoric, he taught us how leaders must behave. When the clarion call sounded for him to lead Africa to liberation, he answered without hesitation. He gave up his plum lecture post at the University of Witwatersrand in order to be a 24/7 revolutionary. He led by example. Sobukwe was more than just a politician. He was a scholar par excellence, a distinguished philosopher, a gold medal winning athlete, a lawyer who defended the poor free of charge, an epoch-defining Africanist, a linguist, a lay preacher, a caring father, and a loving husband, and above all, a prototype human being. A leader of Sobukwe's caliber comes once in a millennium, in 1,000 years. So the next Sobukwe will come in 2978. That is 962 years to come. Comrade Peter Foley Ngwenya, one of PAC founders, becomes emotional when he talks about Prof. He says Sobukwe was a very humble and gifted man. He was right on top as a leader and intellectual, but very down to earth amongst his people. In any debate, mild or heated, Prof never lost his cool. He would say, I quote, "I appreciate what you are saying, but compare my view with yours," close quote. He would never say you are talking nonsense, even if you are talking nonsense. He could accommodate any thought in a debate and articulate his ideas without belittling others. Although he was a graduate himself, he disapproved of the tendency of some speakers to flaunt their degrees before making their point at the party meetings. According to Comrade Ngwenya, some would say, quote, "I am so and so, I obtained a BA degree at University X," close quote. Prof was deeply irritated by that, and he would retort, "Be careful what you say. It depends how you understand it. BA could actually mean blinkered ass, ASS. Prof stamped out academic show-offs at the PAC meetings. Hence, the ordinary people, the illiterate and semi-literate, identified themselves with the party of Sobukwe. Prof knew the difference between schooling and education, yet the man was highly schooled and educated beyond measure. We obtain schooling in schools and acquire education in life. Life is our greatest teacher. Today, as we remember Sobukwe, we are duty-bound to unify the PAC, the party he gave up his job to serve. The PAC is under siege. It is suffering from self-inflicting wounds and from the wounds inflicted by those who wish us ill. We shall recover. We shall triumph. Comrades, today we are gathered here in Boshabelo, assembled in the hall named Sechaba Semaketsi. Boshabelo means a place of refuge. As we are a party under siege, Boshabelo is an appropriate place to be. We have taken a retreat to reflect and ponder the future of the PAC. We must honestly address the unity of the party beyond personalities. When we emerge from this conference, we must surprise the nation with our maturity and willingness to embrace those who view us as their enemies. The nation is surprised. That's what Sechaba Semagezi mean. If by the end of this conference, we won't surprise the nation with bold resolutions towards the party unity, then we would have failed to achieve our goal. Unity is strength and divisions weaken us. As the owners of this party, you will have time to deliberate on the way forward regarding unity. Bear in mind that we need each other more than ever before. Kopano ke Boshabelo ba rona. Unity is our refuge. We will also deliberate on the coming local government elections. Political parties test their strength through electoral performance, and the PAC is no exception. Gone are the days when we fooled ourselves and the world that we were weak above ground, but very strong underground. I hope the powers that be don't intend to drive the PAC underground by denying it the right to contest forthcoming local government elections. Let us hope sanity will prevail in the corridors of the state power. Comrades, our beloved country is disintegrating before our own eyes. That we still have Comrade Kenny Motsamai and others jailed as political prisoners means a lot is not right in this land. We call for the immediate release of all political prisoners. The PAC leadership has taken a bold initiative to engage the ruling party, the African National Congress, on, among other things, the release of Kenny Motsamai and other PAC political prisoners. We have also approached the office of the state president, and we are awaiting for its response. Our beloved country is sadly disintegrating as corruption thrives unpunished and the land question goes unaddressed and unanswered. As long as we ignore the land question, it will haunt us in the form of many ghosts. Today, Azania is haunted by the ghost of racism. We all know that land theft gave birth to racism. We are haunted by the twin ghosts of capitalism and imperialism as they loot the resources of Mother Africa, leaving behind a trail of hunger and poverty. We are haunted by the ghost of self-hatred and self-destruction. Setting alight a place of learning like Northwest University is mind-boggling. It is beyond justification by any stretch of imagination. Setting alight a library is like violating the dead, because a library is a place where the dead live. We call on our people to demand more facilities and infrastructure without destroying the existing ones. The PAC unreservedly supports the students' demand for high quality and free education. Our thoughts are with the 3 miners trapped in the belly of the earth in Barberton. We continue to hope that the rescue team will find them alive. Comrades, if Azania is to be salvaged from disintegrating, we need a united and I thank you.